Hi, my name is Chris. Thank you for tuning in again. So today the video is going to be discussing the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for COVID and specifically looking at all the data that's been published out so far. All of this is going to be recent as of April 15th, 2021. So any data after that I will not be talking about in this video. But to briefly go over the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, this is a vaccine against COVID using adenovirus. Adenovirus is the same virus that you would get if you got pink eye. It's a mild respiratory virus. It's not that interesting, has been used for over 50 years where we've been mutating it, and also had been used previously for Ebola, if you guys remember that, from 2013 to 2016. So it is a common virus that has been used and mutated and is now currently being used for COVID. The interesting thing though with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is it came out and got approved later than the Pfizer and Moderna ones. So I think as of February, it was fast-tracked to start being used. And at that point, there was 6.8 million vaccines given up until a certain point in I think March or April. And then there have been 6 reported cases of cerebrovenous sinus thrombosis, CVSTs. These are clots in the back of the brain. And the issue with this was that it was 6 patients out of 6.8 million, where if you compare to the Pfizer vaccine, there was 97 million and there was 0, and the Moderna had 3 patients had CVSTs out of 85 million. So it was a significant increase for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And so for all of the patients with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, they also had low platelets. Platelets are these circulating parts of a component of your blood. They're little plates kind of, and they help clot. And so if you get cut, the reason why you stop your bleeding is ability to form a scab, and that scab is from dried blood, and that dried blood creates a meshwork because of platelets, more or less. So they had low platelets and the cerebrovenous sinus thrombosis. So they've been looking at it, and there's more data on it. But in regards to just for what you want, what I want to kind of share about right now for the video is that out of the 6 patients, none of them were pregnant. They were all white. They were all female. They were between the ages of 18 and 45. 3 of them were obese. 1 of them had high blood pressure. 1 of them had asthma. 1 of them was on oral contraceptive pills, which is an increased risk factor for clots, in general. So that was a demographic for them. And then looking at kind of what their outcomes have been so far, 1 unfortunately has died. 3 are in the hospital, 2 of which are in the ICU, and then 2 of them have been discharged home. So we're still waiting to follow up what the hospitalized patients, what their outcomes will be, but that is currently what has been shown. So right now there was a slide deck that came out not too long ago, and I'll post a link for it below, and that they've been updating really about what's been shown with this vaccine. There should be a new slide update, I think either today or tomorrow, that's going to be released, and they're going to present that as well. I think the ACIP, I think, is where they're going to present it. But that's pretty much all the data that I want to talk about for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Right now it's currently on hold, but they're going to be doing more studies and assessments and seeing if it can be resumed for, public use. I hope this video helped. It was just a small excerpt that I wanted to explain and not really compound with my other video. But otherwise, if you like the video, you click like. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, and then any questions or comments, you can leave them in the section below. Thanks, bye.